Recently, I was blessed with the opportunity to travel the world and seen places as far as Amsterdam in Europe, the beauties of Egypt, and the humbling powers of Kenya. My first trip was amazing to see so many wonders like the red light district of Amsterdam, the great pyramids of Egypt, safaris in Kenya, all which ended me DJing on some of the hottest radio stations and clubs in Africa. This series of Riding Rough will detail and bring those same experiences right to you, but it doesn't stop there. I'm heading back to Africa, and while I'm getting fresh and new adventures to bring straight to you, I hope you all enjoy Season 1 of Riding Rough. You know, we're down in Nairobi, Kenya, in Africa, East Africa. And today on this series here, what I want to try and cover is some of the things to enlighten you on the cost of living down here in Kenya. Now, we do know that New York is very expensive, California is expensive, Miami is super expensive, places like that. We already know that the cost of living as far as rent is through the roof. We're not even going to talk about that because there's a big difference between the cost of living rent-wise in the U.S. versus Kenya. What I want to cover right about now is the day-to-day things that we need as far as like food, eggs, rice, water, things like that, clothes, say fuel, gasoline, whatever, anything that we can cover and show a comparison between Kenya and the U.S. outside of that. Because from my first take on things, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, Kenya is really, really cheap. But then again, I'm looking at it and saying, well, maybe the cost of living as far as rent, those type of things are cheap compared to the US. But what about the other things? What about getting your car washed? What about getting a haircut? Things that you may feel is important and matter to you. I don't know. It may matter to you, it may not. But right about now, this is what I want to go on a lookout for the hunt today. This is called the cost. Right now I'm here inside of the Junction Mall off of Ngong Road, and this mall is badass. I feel like I'm walking around in New York right now. It's just anything look like Roosevelt Field Mall. Here go your famous Levi's. I also seen a Mac store while I was in here. Just take a look. This is one beautiful mall. There we go, Game Changers. We're gonna check out this store in a minute. We're gonna check out a few stores while I'm here, because we come here to figure out the cost of living between the US and Kenya. Like I said, this mall is beautiful. It is a beautiful place. When they say that Africa is behind in some areas, don't believe everything you hear. As I was saying, the same luxuries we have in the US is the same comforts that's down here in Kenya. So we're inviting everybody to come down here to Kenya. If you're a photographer, you want to take wildlife photos of the safaris that you're going on, maybe you want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, well, as you can see, Nikon is, you got Nikon kits. You got binoculars made by Nikon, which I should have imagined they made. I didn't know. But it's just a little kiosk here inside the Junction Mall. And they also have some bags, if you purchase bags, you know, to carry your camera in. I don't really believe that we're in the age where film is necessary. But for the most part, you do have your tripod stands, you do have your kits, which come along with lenses, and pretty much everything you can get. In the US, like I said, is down here in Kenya. So look at this right here, this Nikon, bang, 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 bang. That's the big boy lens right there. So come on out, check it out. It's got some cameras down here. That is the vlogging kit coming along with this camera here. you will get everything you need to start up your own show, and then you can put me out of business. As you can see down here, we're visiting another store called Anisuma inside the Junction Mall. Inside the Junction Mall, we do have some familiar names that you guys may be familiar with over in the US. Like as far as Sony's very big down here. Take a look at speakers. Sounds really good. Prices are definitely something that we can handle. Starting at about 70,000 Kenyan shillings down here in the Junction Mall. Also too, when you look over here, you also see some Fujifilm products down here, some headphones that you can also get. These are all keyboards here, that's for the gamers. Kids, if you got that gaming technology eye, then you definitely want to come to this shop and check it out. Also JBL. JBL is real popular in the US, and as we see, it's down here as well in Kenya. So check it out. We got some Bluetooth headphones. Actually, I use the Bluetooth JBL headphones myself. They're really good. I love the quality and the bass sounds good. Of course, like I said, Sony is everywhere. You can see Sony products down here lined up. Marshall is very big in making guitar amplifiers, as well as amplifiers for pro audio and DJ equipment. You can come check it out. PlayStation equipment is down here as well. Every kid loves either the PlayStation 4 or you want to get the Xbox One. It's your choice. Either way, you have it down here. As you see, there's a large selection of video games. Video games down here are ranging in prices. As you can tell, starts off at about 9,000 Kenyan shillings and up. You have some starting at about 2,900 shillings, which works out to about 20-something US. So the prices are pretty much comparable to what we have over there in the US. Also, you have the Sony controllers. Sony controllers, the fatigue starting at about 12,500 Kenyan shillings and going up. Multiple USB device adapters you can get down here, ranging for anything that you needed to arrange for. PS4 games, as you see. If you like driving motorcycles like me, hey, that's the place you want to go. East also, when we check over here, you can see the Xbox One. Xbox S Series 500. That's starting off at about, you can see it right there, 69,000 Kenyan shillings. Call it about 70,000 Kenyan shillings, and you got a console with one joystick and ready to go. Also, you can see they got multicolors as far as the fatigue joystick. Additional that you can get up. Video game box for the box ones. Call of Duty. We all know what that is in the US as well. Also, you got the Zoom. That's one of my favorite tools right there. It actually, if you know what the Zoom is, you know it. I don't have to go ahead and explain any more about that. As you can also tell, the prices are starting at about 8,000 Kenyan shillings, and it ranges and varies. We also see quite a few selections down here. So, as far as talking about what we have in the US, hey, it's down here too. So if you want to come and check out and have a good place for the kids to go ahead and get some games and get their gaming on, well, this is the place. Like I said, we can also check out some devices down here. And quick moment if I can. Question. You answer the question? which video games do you feel is popular down here? Is it like the Xbox One or is it the PlayStation? It's bigger than the Xbox? Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay, look, here locally the PlayStation is doing way better than Xbox.
Oh yeah?
It's one of the competition that PlayStation does slightly better than Xbox.
Okay. What about the games? What games are they more into? Like Call of Duty, I guess is popular?
Yes, Call of Duty, Battlefield is among the top-rated ones, ETA, the Redemption, the games which are good. For the older category, for the younger ones, Minecraft, Fortnite, they are pretty good.
Oh, cool. What about the VR? They are big in the VRs down here?
Yes.
Okay, so they like the ones that plug into the PlayStation, or is it the?
We have one which we plug into the PlayStation.
Okay, because I got the Meta.
You don't need to connect to your phone?
The Meta just connect to Wi-Fi and it's a standalone. I can put it on and I.
So ours specifically connects to PlayStation.
Okay.
There's the Oculus one for the PC, there's the VR one for the PlayStation.
Roughly how much it costs? Roughly
Around
55,000. Yeah, that's about what I paid for mine. So mine's standalone. So that's cool. I really enjoy you taking the time and letting the guys know, because like I said, there's a lot of games that, well, kids love games, and I'm seeing that the same games that the kids love in the US is the same games that's down here. So it's, I guess kids are kids everywhere you go.
Yes, everywhere. They are doing the same things. So when you find that, you definitely find it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. And this is a lovely shop. I wish you guys much success. This is a beautiful mall too. Okay, cool. All right, guys, thank you. What you see in the U.S., pretty much everything is down here as well. You're not missing out on anything. Anything at all. Let me go ahead and remind you about that. Hisense Smart TV, 22,000. 32 inch. What size about this one?
43 inches.
43?
43 inches.
43 inches?
38,000.
43 inches, 38,000. Hisense Smart TV.
40 inches, 34,000.
How much?
40 inches, 34,000.
34,000?
40 inches.
40 inches?
Yeah.
40 inches, Hisense, 34,000. 34,000. And this is what, a 65? What's that, a 70?
70.
There's also a 65 inch and a 70 inch.
95,110.
95,110. 65, 70. Have an assortment of heaters down here, ranging anywhere from 2,900, 2,500, 2,195. Also have some heaters up here ranging from 5,000. Refrigerators, 44,000, 48,000. 49,950. That's about 500 bucks, 400 and change roughly. How about a Sony TV? Sony TV going for 71,995. We also have a VEN, not familiar with this brand right here, going for 27,495. A Royal, another one I've never heard of, but this one is actually going for 46,330. This is actually a 50-inch TV, 50-inch screen. Back to the Hisense. Down here, oh, this is Quick Mart. So Quick Mart has them for 44,900. 42,000 for a pretty big, large, deep cooler, deep freezer. Up here we're looking at a tabletop fountain dispenser for the water, the 5-gallon jugs, going for 4,995. There's another freezer right here. Deep freezer going for $37,495. Let's do the math and add these up. Stove, $38,599. $21,000 for a cooler. Not too bad. After the price has dropped down from $25,995 to what we see now. Some microwaves. About some blenders. Blenders going for $5,695 and below. Hair dryers. Something that women may want to have for 3,700 shillings. Sometimes I get confused and say dollars, but I really mean shillings when I'm reading off these numbers, alright? Don't get alarmed, it's not that big of a deal. Also over here, we got some blenders going for $4,995. Over here, this is what? A pressure cooker? Pressure cooker. For $2,195. That is a really good deal if you ask me. Really, really good deal. How about an iron? Over here, you get an iron for $1,700. $1,700. Also, what is this, an air fryer? Air fryer for $19,000. That's really a good price if you ask me as well. Over here you got some warmers for your tea in the morning, some coffee. Make these things happen. How about a toaster? Got some toasters ranging from $3,495. You guys who have dogs, this may come in handy. You're looking at about $1,425 for some crunchy plus dog food. Dog foods are ranging in those pounds. You're going to have a balanced formula, $1,700. Some of these look like they're in some pretty elaborate bags, so I would imagine these to be the higher end protein premium dog food. Super premium dog food, just like I said, super premium dog food. $1,771. I don't know if these are here. I don't think so. Just a quick breeze through some of these things they have here. See if some of these may entice your eye. Heat gun. Heat guns are going for $5,000. Just shy of it anyway. Just north of $5,000. Get yourself a pretty good heat gun. I need a folding table. That'll be really good for me right about now. If I can get my hands on a good folding table, that would be good. One more question. Would you have the folding table? I don't know how good this is, but a Ramton's washer machine. $26,000. I'd give it a shot. I don't know how hard it could stand up. Let me see. It feels kind of light and flimsy, but what would you expect for $2,600? $26,000. Sorry, it's $26,000. What would you expect for $26,000? Not bad though. I'd give it a shot.